Hello everybody! You are hearing the engine running, getting ready to go. As you can see behind me, everything is packed up, ready to go. We got some solar panels here in the back. Took them off of the roof deck because they're going to have to be mounted to the roof rather than up there on the deck. Thinking about getting a hold of Billy and having him make me some metal plates for up there. The epoxy looks fantastic. Still a little tacky, so hopefully I don't get too much dust going, but that'll add character. So getting ready to hit the road, getting ready to leave this beautiful spot of Ehrenberg, Arizona. And catch you all at Tony's at AAA Bus.
I don't wanna wait no more. Wanna pack my bag and go. Follow that winding light into that evening glow. I don't wanna wait for the sunrise. We can head out by the moonlight. I don't wanna wait no more. I don't wanna wait no more. Spiral van with a pop-up tent. Give it a name like Big Red. Never have to pay the rent. Spiral van with a pop-up tent. Give it a name like Big Red, never coming back again. Said I'll never come back, never pay my rent, I'll never come back again. Even though the road ain't clear, don't wanna succumb to fear. Get on down past the bend and kick this car into gear. Get on down through Louisiana. It's every damn state I'm after. Said I don't wanna wait no more. Yeah, I don't wanna wait no more. Spiral van with a pop-up tent.
Hey, if there's play like this, we might just turn around and go and bring it to him and say, hey, we know we got to do the bushing. Let's just arch these springs the same and put this thing all back together. I think between this and maybe if that one's just as loose as this inside, that might where we're losing the inch and, when we turn around and look at, because look at that too, that thing is.
Yeah, if we can get all new shocks all the way around, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah, look at it. I mean, it's doing a good job in the one way. Yeah, we'll change this. That'd be a good idea to get rid of that.
Probably the original from 2002.
I'll tell you, it is. They have the Bluebird logo on them when they make them. They're actually like Monroe shocks.
Yeah, Tony, that thing's shot.
And they're pretty inexpensive. Yeah, no, why don't you start going at that thing? Yes, I see it from here.
So you're just doing that by hand. You were able to wiggle that whole thing?
Yeah, if you look over at the other shackle.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So, that thing's really worn out.
So what's the item list to get something like that fixed, Tony?
Well, we'll bring this over to the spring guy and we'll let him take a look at this thing and make sure, hey, can we, if we can just put bushings in these things, and we probably will tell him, hey, why don't you just check the arch on this thing, and we'll see what he says. I mean, we're going to use some of his guidance on this and say, hey, what do you think about this, rebushing. I have the springs here. If he comes back and just says, hey, this is wasted, we'll go and grab a different set of springs.
Tony and I are about to go on a trip, figure out what's happening with these leaf springs. show you what's happening. So the bus no longer has leaf springs on it. Since I purchased the bus, it always had a lean down towards the front, and gonna get that remedied, possibly put in some airbags, so a leveling system. Talk more about that later, but see what Wes is up to. What's up?
I'm washing dishes. What's up with you?
I am heading with Tony. Ready to do this?
Oh yeah. Jabs in here, so.
That's a cool rig. I'd like to tow that behind the bus.
Oh, I think they always have something there.
So what do you think it'd take to tow this behind the bus?
Oh, you like that?
I do.
You probably do. You might have to. It depends about the transfer case and does it freewheel or not. You know, because you don't want to spin a bunch of drive lines in there while you're going down the road. So it just depends how it disconnects. This is a sweet.
How much would it cost me to buy that, you think? Rough estimate.
This?
Yeah.
It's probably got 70 grand in it.
Not including the truck. Love this paint.
Oh shit, this got an LS motor in it and everything. This thing's.
That has an LS?
It has an LS motor in it. Look
Goodness.
at this rear-mounted radiator in here with stacks and four-wheel drive. I'm sure it's got front and rear lockers, every little good toy you can imagine in there. We do have some fun-looking stuff in here sometimes.
Can you give us an update on the springs, like what's happening with them?
The bushings are bad inside there, so, and then, you know, we have a leaning issue to the driver's side, so they're gonna try to replace the bushings in there.
They already took them.
Compensate for that 1.1/8 lean, so if they get the bushings in there, it sounds like that will compensate for almost half of the lean, and then he's gonna arch the spring 3/4, and that should level this whole thing out right now, so. We're
Awesome.
crossing our fingers that this guy is very good at his job, so
Because otherwise, if the bushing is bad in there, that's new spring, and then just
Yeah.
try and find something that works.
Well, let's try at least get one of my springs and then bring it over here and let him push a bushing into that.
Awesome.